Hello everyone, Milan here, and in this video I'm going to be ranking all characters on Disventure Camp All-Stars again. And yes, I know that my original ranking was uploaded just a month ago, but I made that in February. I was just procrastinating actually recording the video. So it's been a while since my original opinions, and things have changed a lot. In the top right corner of each slide, you can see the change since my original one of its current placement, if that makes sense. Anyways, let's start off with the F- tier. In 28th, we have Gabby. I know this is a hot take, but I hate Gabby in All Stars. I know she used to be my number 3, but that's because I used to find her actually interesting. Like, she is being, kind of the straight man, and I loved her in season 1 and was expecting her to be entertaining again. But she's just crying about Ellie constantly. And, when canonically Ellie would most likely choose $3 million over Gabby. And she's just crying about Tess, quote-unquote, betraying her, even though Ellie was the one she needed to be worried about. And then she had the nerve to side with the Villains Alliance and vote off Tess. The nerve of this girl. Ellie was eliminated for a reason. And for the time which Ellie was there, Gabby was just a mindless free vote. Did she get mad at Ellie for not telling her about the Villains Alliance? Yes. Did she actually not vote with Ellie and vote her off and stand up for herself? No. And when Tess, Aiden, and Tom did the reasonable thing and vote off Ellie, she cried about it. Gabby just annoys me so much. And that's why she is now my least favorite character from All Stars. It's also part of the reason where when it was time for the 4th elimination in Disventure Camp viewer voting, I thought to myself, I'm making sure Gabby is out here. If she receives the most votes, she's going to feel guilty about voting off Drew inside of season 1 and keep him. If Drew gets the most votes, he votes off Gabby and actually gets to do something for a season. Because even though then I didn't hate Gabby as much as I hate her now, I still found her insufferable. Number 27 is the same 27 from last time, Yule. He is more annoying, and he would have ended up in 28th place, very last, because he's still here, he's still being annoying, and he's doing stuff to Gret that not even the worst people in the show would do. Alex said himself that no matter how bad of an argument that he got in his wife, he wouldn't insult her appearance. That's because Alec is a decent human being, unlike Yule. I hate Yule in All Stars. I found him as a really good character inside of Season 2, because he was annoying, but in a reasonable way. He was an amazing villain. But now, he's just being an absolute a-hole. From being homophobic in the first episode, saying racist stuff like to Rhea, and, of course, his famous line from Season 2, "A Latina's stealing, why am I not surprised?" And him body shaming Gret. I just can't take it. I just find Gabby slightly more annoying. Number 26, Hunter. He was originally my last place, But he has risen a few places because he was actually eliminated. So my suffering of watching him in All Stars came to an end. And I've had to watch Yul and Gabby the entire time. That's why he's above those two. Because he actually got eliminated. Getting eliminated is a bad thing for most other characters. But for him, it's a plus. Because I don't have to see him anymore. Now for F tier. Starting off with number 25, Ellie. I find her so insufferable. It's just not as insufferable as Gabby. What she did to get off Lake, stupid. She was not in risk at all. I mean, technically she still was, because likely Tom and Aiden would have voted for her. And unless Tess voted for Aiden with her and Gabby, that would mean she would be stuck in a tie against Aiden and Tom. But she just puts herself more at risk by accusing Lake of starting the Girls Alliance and not letting her explain her side of the story. She put herself at an unnecessary risk there. If Tom could see through it, or if Tess didn't throw her vote, she would be dead. But everything just aligned perfectly for her to eliminate Lake. And the fact that when Gabby gets the plush for her, she asks if it's the immunity idol, and when Gabby says no, she just walks away. Just because Gabby has something other than the immunity idol, she doesn't care. That's like if two people were dating on Survivor. The other gets someone a gift. They ask, is it the immunity idol? They say no, and they're just like, oh, I'll talk to you later. It applies for any competition-based show. So what if it's not the immunity idol? It can still be something important, or something cute, or something both. There's a lot I have to say about Ellie, but let's move on. With number 24, Jake. Jake is so insufferable. He is so annoying. He's such a brat. Literally every single elimination of a character on his team is his fault. James was eliminated because he got in an argument with him and just decided, oh, let's eliminate James now. Hunter was eliminated because, well, an actually reasonable reason. He realized that he would be at even odds if they eliminated Fiore. And then he eliminated Fiore just because he didn't trust her about actually betraying him. I mean, she likely won't, because she's the type of person to keep promises, and she promised not to vote Jake. But still, how could you eliminate Fiore? That's illegal, you bitch. And also, everything with Tom, like, sure, Tom is technically in the wrong, but at least he's not being annoying. And he's just getting paranoid over the smallest things. Like, Tom becoming friends with Aiden. Tom and Aiden hugging after they survived a shark. Tom falling on Aiden after Ellie pushed him. Like, it's just the smallest things. Also, even if it wasn't Ellie, what do you think he would do? Make out in front of everyone when Aiden has a boyfriend and wouldn't be interested and they're just friends? Or, the more likely thing, he just tripped? When Jake saw that, he should have known that Tom either tripped or was pushed. And everything Jake does is stupid. Number 23, we have Ashley. Or, as someone smart calls her, Trashly. I hate her. She's just slightly less insufferable than Jake. Like, I understand her being happy after Ellie's elimination, but literally every time her team loses, she's like, it's finally time to give Fiore what she deserves. Shut up, Trashley. And she annoys me so much. Like, I enjoy the fact that she decided to support Allie after losing Hunter. Like, yeah, that's something a nice person would do. But there's no other thing that she did in the season which I like. D tier. Starting off with number 22, Will. The only thing that he did was tell Ashley to kick some ass, sweetie. As you can see, my opinion didn't change on him at all. That's because he only had that one scene. And sure, my opinion on Ashley has slightly improved because of her friendship with Allie, but that doesn't change my opinion on Will at all. Number 21, we have Allie. I'm still caught up on what she did in episode 1. She was insufferable in episode 1, and I still hate her for it, and even though Hunter is a lot worse overall, all of that makes it seem slightly justified. I mean, her actually wanting to work with Fiore and trying to get Hunter to apologize, that's good. And she's probably going to be going through a similar arc to Aiden after losing Hunter and losing Tess soon after. But who even cares? Now for C tier, starting off with number 20, the Nun. Like, so what if Fiore shot tranquilizers at the nuns? That's totally justified. Number 19, we have Crystal. I put her here just for the lulz. Like, calling Trevor deadweight. And she doesn't really have as much charm as she did in the original season. And I don't really like the arc with her, Derek, and Trevor. Speaking of, number 18, Derek. I'm not really liking how he is with Crystal, if I'm being honest. Like, it kind of seems like he is attracted to her or something. Like, and it also annoys me how everyone thinks that he is a better host than Trevor. And I will always side with Trevor because I love Silly Billy as a YouTuber. All I wanna do is microphone. Whatever. Wait, what was I doing in? Okay, number 17, we have James. He has dropped quite a bit, but that's only because he was in 2 episodes. James was a great character for the episodes that he was in. He just didn't get enough. Like him calling Jake a brat, amazing. But he didn't get enough. Now for B tier. Starting off with Tess. Honestly, pretty boring inside of the season. Without Allie or Hunter, she's just meh. Her throwing her vote on Tom was stupid. Like, if you don't want to decide, just vote for Lake. So Ellie and Gabby won't think that you're betraying them. And you won't be on pretty bad terms with Tom. Like, throwing your vote will result in Lake being eliminated. So just vote for her. And her elimination was stupid. But at the same time, I'm glad she's gone because she was pretty boring and it will probably end up making Allie a better character. Even though Gabby, Yul, or Rhea probably should have been eliminated instead. I'm fine with her elimination. I just want it to come into a part of her character that she's an artist. She's painting in the intro. she helped Lake's book become successful by her illustrations. Like, have there be an art contest where she carries her team, but oh, it's too late now. If there's something new with the character, have it come into play somewhere instead of it just being one scene in the first episode, which contributes nothing to the season at all, saying, that book wouldn't have been a success without Tessa's illustrations. That's the only thing, besides the intro, about it. Number 15, we have Marcus. He hasn't really done very much, but I love the scenes that he's in. Like him being like when in the diving contest. When he feels bad for Fiore, saying that he should have brought Nina's helmet. And when he is just being polite with Fiore after she calls him Gandalf. Perfect. Marcus just needs more. He would be a lot higher if he had more scenes. 14, we have Lake. Absolutely amazing for the episodes that she was in. She just needed more. Wait a minute. Oh, you just can't see it because of the theme. I know it's impossible to see, but right there's an S. Anyways, 13, we have Nina. Honestly, Marcus probably should have been ahead of her, but she's just an outright better character, even though she hasn't really gotten enough. 12, we have Emily. Really entertaining character. But I feel like she's probably going to come to an end with the end of last episode, if I recall correctly, with Marcus saying that Oliver saying that a staff member broke the rules. Yeah. Bye-bye, Emily. She's probably going to end up getting fired. A tier. 11, Miriam. I liked her for the episode she was in. Didn't get enough. I found her a lot better in this season because she didn't get infinite plot armor. 10, Sophia. She only got one scene, but her one line being, "Good luck, Auntie Lake," is so wholesome. Wish that she could go into the next season with her mother, but at least we got to see her. 9, we have Rosa Maria. She's amazing as usual. She just deserved to be in the season. This is a all-star season. She made it to 5th, while Connor and Ashley were some of the first ones eliminated. There are so many characters inside of All Stars that made it less far than she did. Speaking of characters that made it more far than ones which are in the season, Carol, Dan. Last time I checked, Dan made it farther than Ashley. Carol made it farther than Connor and Yule. But who cares? Whatever. 8, we have Trevor. He's a fun character. I really like him. I just don't really like the arc that he's going through with him liking Derek. Is it predictable? Yes. But I don't like it. S tier. With 7, Rhea. Even though you can't see the name because I chose a bad theme for this, I decided to change the theme. Why did I do that? Anyways, I find Rhea a really fun character, but something that would have made her a bit more entertaining is if, just to mess with Yule, in Connor's elimination, she voted for Yule, so he then notices that someone other than Connor actually voted for him in Miriam's elimination. That would have been a nice touch. And I like the arc that she's going through, but it will only have a satisfying conclusion if they actually do the predictable thing and bring Connor back at Merge. And doing the predictable thing is predictable. The more you know. Don't you guys miss when I used to say that a lot? I'm pretty sure I haven't even said it on a video at this channel until now. Yeah, it's been a while. Number 6, Gret. Really entertaining. She needs more backbone, though, and needs to stand up to Yule. But after what Rhea has said to her, I think she actually might. And if she does, that will help her character a lot. 5, we have Connor. He deserved more, and as I said before, unless they did the predictable thing, which is predictable, the more you know, he isn't going to have a satisfying conclusion to his arc. And Rhea breaking off with him was stupid, but whatever. 4, we have Tom. I really like Tom, even though if he's kind of a really bad a-hole to Jake, but Jake sucks. Who cares? Now, S+ tier, starting with number 3, Alec. I like Alec a lot. He's a good character. Still, the best scene is a little camaraderie wouldn't hurt, Hunter. Is that impression good, or does it just sound good to me because you know it? Your voice sounds different to you than it does from a recording or to other people. Anyways, I like Alec, and I'm wondering if the prediction, which literally everyone has, of him winning the season is going to be true. Probably not, because Odd Nation doesn't like predictable things to happen. Like how everyone is constantly thinking, Aiden will be out next episode. Oh, he's going to be out this episode. No, he's going to be out this episode. This episode. And I think that's going to be just funny to the point where they're like, well, Aiden has too much plot armor, he's not going to get out. And then that's when he gets eliminated. Now, that would be funny. Speaking of Aiden, number 2. Aiden is a really nice character. And I like him a lot. And I like the arc he's going through. I like his friendship with Tom. But everyone knows that only one character could be in first. Number 1, Fiore, the queen. The gods have smiled upon me with her being put in All-Stars, even though it would be a dumb thing to not put the queen in All-Stars. Everyone loves Fiore. If you don't love her, then you need to be put in an insane asylum. She is the best character to ever exist, and if you disagree, I will murder you. You know, a while back when I made a poll between my favorite characters of things? Yeah, out of those characters, she would be my 3rd favorite. Like, Dawn, she was only put on the poll because, like, she's a really enjoyable character and I loved her. And I didn't know who else to put on there as my favorite total drama character. So yeah, that's how she got on there. But she would definitely be my least favorite out of those. Followed by Fiore, even though I love her. The other options were Rocky, who my love for is even more intense than my love for Fiore. And Oreo, who is my dog. Out of the two of them, Oreo would win, but that's just because I know them on a personal level. If Rocky was my pet as well, they would definitely be first. Anyways, besides that, Fiore is the best. Thank you all for watching, and I just noticed while I was recording this that I forgot to put Oliver on both of them. Oopsies. Maybe when I make a version 3, whenever I feel like making a version 3, I'll actually remember to put him on here. Who knows?